Hey, what's up, guys? It is Brad the BS, and I'm here with Kirab, who is going to be running World's Hardest Game 3. So, Kirab, do you want to explain what settings you have on the start?
So when you start the game, it's usually like right like this. You hear the music, you get the motion trails. I turn off the music, I turn off the two things that cause lag and speech bubbles because they just get in the way. So it has low quality, but this computer's slow anyway, so...
Yeah, so the only thing that's going to be affecting the run is the lag on this computer. But what's interesting is that Kirab has actually trained on this computer, so he's actually going to be adapting to the lag during the run.
Yeah, unfortunately, shout-outs to Stevie for making this game.
Yeah, so of course we can't stop time due to lag. That's just the unfortunateness of this computer specifically. But so he's just gonna have to deal with it, and we'll see how this goes. It should be a pretty good run, and this game is gonna be really interesting to see Kirab run this. He's been playing this game. We both been playing this game since the game came out. We both run it. I was doing a lot of IL stuff. Coming up with a lot of strats, and we'll be talking about those strats as they come up. And a lot of strats Kirab came up with, a lot of strats I came up with, and yeah, we're gonna be seeing some insane stuff, some glitch manipulation. It's kind of interesting when you can agree with this, Kirab, but like kind of interesting about speedrunning. Like you think you play a game and then you grew up with it in your childhood or somewhere. You played the game, you're like, how can there be any glitches or anything you can abuse in this game? And then you actually start speedrunning it, like from a speedrunner's mind. You're like, no, this can be broken. We can do this.
Yeah, even a game like this, like Brad and I we found this one technique called what is it called? The key clip, which basically allows you to go through these balls right here. If you get a key that unlocks the door, that's not the same screen as the one that the key is on. So we're gonna be using that mostly in level 5 because that's the only one. That's the only time when it's really useful. I haven't really found any other uses for those, but it's very interesting how it works.
So yeah, that's just one example of the glitches we're going to be manipulating. Now, you can check the description for all the terminology that we're going to be using, because me and Ken use a lot of terms that are only speedrunners would understand. So check the description for all the definitions of the words we're going to be using, because we're going to be throwing out, and I don't really feel like explaining them. So let's stop skewing around and let's get this run started. So go ahead and go do new game. We're playing this on addictinggames.com. This is not a hacked version or any nonsense like that.
Yeah, make sure it's legit, you know. This is actually the website.
So, yeah, this is probably this is the only place. This is the original place it was posted, and it originally was only on Addicting Games, but then there's like hacked versions and all that. We did some like testing and stuff. Like mostly me, I did the testing on the hacked versions. Ken was pretty legit about this and figured stuff out. But whatever. So yeah, you ready?
Oh yeah, am I just doing level 1 right now, or
Yeah, you're just going through each one. So basically, this is not a full run in the entire game. This is just ILs, but we're gonna be doing the ILs in order. So starting with level 1.
Alright, so the timing for level 1, you'd think it starts when you touch new game. It actually doesn't. So you hit new game, and then you have to push the spacebar twice. I'm going to do it once here. And then time starts for level 1 as soon as you hit it the second time. And then time stops exactly when you hit the goal at the end of level 1. So.
Alright, ready?
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so this room is really optimized. You can get around 10 seconds at this room. He's going to get around 11 for this. Yeah. So, World's Hardest Game 3 is designed really interestingly. Basically, instead of having just individual levels like 1 and 2, level 3, World's Hardest Game 3 is designed in different rooms. Like, there's only 5 levels, but it has many different rooms.
Although, interestingly, there are a total of 50 screens, just like the second game.
Yeah. So, the order that he's going these rooms in is the order that you should do if you're speedrunning this. So, serious time for a second.
Can I make it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There we go. Hardest part of this level. I'm not gonna do the risky.
So right there, you can actually move around that. You don't have to stop, but that's a really risky strat. Nice. All right, so that's the hardest room in level 1. That's definitely a run killer for this IL. So you can go, technically when casually playing, you can go in any order that you want, as long as you're not blocked by a door that you need a key to unlock. So but the order that we're doing this in is the order that you want to do if you want to optimize it. So the order of the rooms that we're doing is very specific. Also, you're probably wondering why we didn't get that key. The reason being is this is not 100% run.
pace.
Yeah.
All right, get ready on time for this level.
I'm ready.
And time.
150-20, dude.
Oh,
that's a PB.
That's a PB.
Nice. You want to write that down?
Yeah, write that down.
PB.
150-20.
150-20.
And to let you guys know, my previous record was 151. So that's, and that was literally a perfect run on that one. There's, I don't even know what's the date today, and I like to write the dates.
All right. So here we go. Moving on to level 2. Level 2 is definitely a lot more complicated.
Yeah, my PB for this one is 3 minutes and 17 seconds, and it's not perfect. I think I had like 2 or 3 deaths last time I did this. So
yeah, for the PB. So
sub 3 is probably my ultimate goal. If I get sub 3 on this, I'm happy. So all right, let's dive into it.
Not ready. So here we go. Level 2.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
So again, the order of the rooms is what you see here. There's a various purposes for which order we do. So again, this is IL run. When Kirab finally optimizes, and I'll probably put in my own input. That's a safety save right there. I mean, you might as well get it. Plus, that checkpoint's sticking out a little bit, so you accidentally hit it sometimes. All right, serious time for this room.
Not really. I think it's I've played it enough where I can kind of do it. Oh, I guess I shouldn't be saying that.
One of the hardest rooms. Ooh, that was close.
Just this side is difficult.
You wouldn't say it's the hardest room.
Nope. It's definitely annoying though.
Wow, that was weird. So again, we don't need to get that other key because this is any percent IL. Nice.
I die a lot of times right here, which costs like, I don't know, 10 or 15 seconds. So top room you don't need to go to because all it has is a blue color, which we call them inks, but they're just like puddles of color, and if you get it then you can change the color of your character, but that's not really necessary. So we're not gonna, I don't really care about those.
In a 100% run, you'd have to get all the keys and all the colors.
At least as far as we know.
That's just for safety. I mean, you might as well. So there is this room. I discovered quite a few skips in that room, but they are almost frame perfect, and they're yeah, they're insane. So we actually don't do them, even in IL. And for a full run, you would be stupid to actually attempt them, but you can actually do that room and save around 3 seconds total.
I kind of rushed through this part because the reset time isn't that much, so dying really isn't worth, you know, fussing over.
Yeah.
Except getting back from this screen.
Are you going to try the new strat on this one?
I'm not really sure which one's the new strat. I'm just gonna
the one that you did for your PB.
Like that?
Yeah.
I don't even know what my old one was. I still want to die. That's my strat. Right now, I die a lot here, so I'm going to be a little bit more careful than usual. Because you lose a lot of time there. I don't know if this is... I'm probably not going to beat my PB, but... It's still a pretty decent one for being recorded.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if I can get this screen without dying. I don't think I will, but let's give it a go anyway.
Nice.
Very easy to die here, and then I immediately catch this cycle right here, so I can... Hey, by the way I figured this out, there's specific squares that I have to be on. Oh yeah, and time.
Alright, 338.44.
338, that's not bad.
What was your 34?
17. 317 is my best.
Oh, 317.
Yeah, so like, I don't know, 20 seconds better than that, but I died 7 times on that, so... Alright, level 3, going into level 3 with a total of 7 deaths.
Alright.
Alright, what was the first, when you first played this game, when you got to level 3, how was your death count?
1,000? 500?
Yeah, by the time you get to level 3.
Yeah, 500 to 1,000.
Jeez.
Took us a month to actually beat the whole game the first time playing through. Now just to think that we can beat this in an entire day, like in one sitting, is just ludicrous.
Yeah, I know. That's ridiculous. Alright.
Well, I'm ready on time.
Alright, and 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so level 3 is interesting. There's a lot of randomness to level 3 that Kirab has optimized. So, he was talking about grid points on the last screen.
Nice.
So there's a lot of grid points. Here's something interesting.
Oops. It's alright. Easy reset. Oops. Slipping again.
So when playing through this level, you typically, like casual play, you think to yourself that you want to go around.
Yeah, you want to hug the edges.
That we don't do that. It's too slow. We're gonna get this checkpoint here. We'll come back for those coins later. And you can do a skip there.
That's safe here.
That's what Kirab just tried to do there, but he didn't make it because of the timing was off.
Alright, now that we got the key in that previous room, we're going to go to the right here, to the far right of the screen, because that's what the key unlocked, is that door.
Now there's a little tiny optimization strat that Kirab is about to do here. He's going to hit the checkpoint and immediately kill himself. It is a death skip, but it's done for a purpose. Essentially, all those coins in there you can collect manually, or if you just touch the checkpoint, die, you'll automatically collect all the coins. It doesn't save too much time, but if you're doing a full game run, any percent, even 100%, that kind of strat would save a lot of time. Now this room took us a while to figure out.
Mostly the right side right here.
Yeah.
But you just do this. That's not too bad.
Now me and Kirab have 2 completely different strats for this. Mine is a bit faster and it's easier to do, but...
Yours is more conservative.
Yeah, mine's a lot more conservative. But Kirab has been practicing this game for a long time, so... Put a lot of hours into it, so I don't complain.
Oops.
So this is a very peculiar speedrun, kind of like a Halo speedrun. There will be deaths in this run, but sometimes dying is the faster way to do it than to take the safer, slower way. So don't lose hype when he dies. And also keep in mind, if you've played this game...
You have no idea like how hard it is to get some of these levels as
just look at that death count right now. Like, just the absurdity of that death count is ridiculous.
Yeah, by the way, just for the record, my best record for low deaths in this game is about, I think it's either 400 or 500, somewhere in there.
And most of them are in level 5.
Level 4, I think. Level 4 and 5.
Oh yeah, that one.
Level 4
Nemesis
and 5
room.
together. I don't know why I reset. It really doesn't matter, but this is one of the areas you can kind of tell it lags a little bit more depending on what your computer is. Like right now, I feel a little bit slippery. So I'm just going to be extra careful.
Getting these coins in the center is a real pain.
I hope I can get this in one try. I'm slipping all over the place though. Wow, it's looking good. I just gotta get it. There we go. And then get out.
Nice.
In theory, that's another area you can do the clip, but it's not really useful. I don't know if I said this earlier, but I went through the whole game trying to figure out all the areas where it would be useful, and most of them, well, the only ones I found were early in level 5. But yeah, it's still interesting to try it out.
And we will be attempting at least one of them here. On this run. Not at this level, obviously, but...
Ooh, that would have been really nice if I made that.
This room, we don't have optimized yet, mainly due to its randomness, but once you've played it enough, you can kind of figure out how to navigate through it, and so...
This is another one of those screens where if you're playing on a different browser or a different, computer or whatever, you can probably tell this is slow. I kind of just deal with it.
Yeah, like when I would play this, like my computer's a hell of a lot faster than Kirad's, but so me playing on this, I would probably fail several times, and Kirab just deals with this lag, which is just, again, really impressive.
I really didn't need to go that, but whatever.
So you can go through either the top,
whoops,
or you can go through the center. It's up to your preference. We try to go through the center because obviously it's faster. That was pretty cool. So this room above here, optimizing it was really interesting.
Again, with grid points, I have specific squares that I have to be at certain times in order to avoid dying, which you can probably tell somewhere in the middle right here. I should probably stop moving my hands in front of it and play. A little off the pattern right now, but we'll make it work. I was kind of sloppy, but I got it in. Getting out is the hard part, though.
Because your timing can be off, depending on this.
That's where I'm going to go first. I'm going to go to the bottom of the screen on that it just showed. Now I wait for the pattern to reset right here, and I just wasted like 40 seconds. That's awful, but whatever.
And during his PB run, he does not die in this room at all, and seeing that for the first time, I started crying. It was a very emotional time for me to see this, because this was both of our Nemesis rooms and when we first started running this game. And we just thought it was just pure randomness. There was no way to optimize it. You just had to push through. I mean, the bottom, we knew that there was pretty much an easy way to get through, but Kirab has found a way.
And be a little bit more careful than I was last time. Even though it doesn't look like I'm being careful, but I actually am. By spending more time than I really need to in certain areas, but it's just to avoid
safety strats. Yeah.
Which, I mean, in levels like this, it could be minutes that you're saving. Alright, we're good.
Now, you can't see this on camera, but Kirab is playing with 2 hands. I play this game with 1 hand. Does it matter? No, not really. Is that more impressive? Well, no, not really. But it's just
whatever you feel comfortable with.
Yeah, I mean, I've grown up playing Flash games with 1 hand. Kirab's done 2 hands, just the way you play. Now, do you do a... Yeah, you do a checkpoint little optimization here.
I'm going to need like semi-serious time, because this screen I die a lot. Even on my PB I died, I think, once or twice on this one, because it's annoying. You don't need to get the key in the middle, though, so that is helpful, because that's the hardest one to get. There we go. I should shut up, too.
I'm going to call serious time. Oh, by the way.
I know, I just got to get out of here. This is where you have more at risk, too, because you collected the goodies already. Should be good.
You have to get out.
This is where it can be tricky, because if it's laggy, then you slip a lot and you could die easily. So
nice. Alright, so that's a really hard part out of the way. So, yeah, it's really, I like to see...
We're almost done with level 3, honestly. Just a couple more screens.
I really want to see more. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, I wasted it.
I don't know why you did a pattern reset there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Habit.
Right?
It saves about a frame. But you can lose a frame if you die in a certain... Like, what? There is going to be really some frame perfect stuff here. Not in this level, but... There are some frame perfect strats. Most of them we're not going to be doing for obvious reasons.
This is actually a very interesting screen because you only need to get the coins in this. You don't need to get any keys. They're not necessary. Even if you're getting the blue ink, or no, it's the yellow ink for this level, which is the hardest one in the whole game. It's the yellow.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a recorded run of just that room alone. Basically, the yellow ink room, which is what we call it, is notorious for being the hardest room in the entire game.
Alright, got him.
Because...
save point.
Nice. So, basically, the entire room is a frame-perfect room. There's no time to screw around. I remember
Alright, now I just gotta get to the end.
Kirab spent a couple days on just that room alone.
Weeks, yeah. Hundreds of deaths. Oops. Very frustrating, but...
That was a death skip right there. Saves about -3 seconds.
Minus the time you waste to get there. That was... Alright, I don't know what I was doing there, but I'll try it again. That's probably the fastest way to get to the bottom. And then I go get the last coins here, and then that's gonna be time as soon as I hit the final checkpoint, which you should know, but yeah. Alright, get it. Ooh, that was really close, but I got it. And that opens the door. Alright, ready on time?
Yep.
Time.
11:16:14.
11:16. That beats my PB by over a minute.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
My personal best before that was 12:27.
Wow.
That was really good.
Nice.
All right. And look at the deaths too.
Oh, 37. just that thought is just, oh my god.
Less than 40 deaths, and we're level 4. Right. What was it again? 11:16.
11:16:14.
Jesus, that's. Well, I mean practice, you know. That's all it is more practice. In that case, I should probably practice the later levels, too, because...
Well, in that case, I should start speedrunning this game. Like, what? That was crazy.
Alright. Alright.
Here we go, level 4.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, by the way, he's pushing the space bar. You don't have to actually click it. Now, when first playing through this game, you probably want to go to the other side. So 2 things just happened there. First of all, he went to the opposite side that you'd expect. It saves time from backtracking.
That's alright, though.
And he's also skipping that little alcove.
The divot, which Stevie put in there to help you.
But we don't need that.
Oh yeah, by the way, if you haven't seen that video, watch that video of him creating this level.
It's really interesting. He explains a lot. A lot of interesting stuff. Shoutouts to Stevie for making it awesome.
Hopefully he sees this someday. I don't know if he ever would.
He'd probably cry at the death count too.
No, he'd probably like laugh at it, be like oh, that's half my deaths.
Now, is there really a strat to? I mean, there's an order.
I get the keys in a specific order.
The coins.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I said keys, but that's alright.
I mean, there's what he's doing here is not grid points, but grid cues. So he's using a lot of grid cues in this room, just mainly due to the stationary. The static balls, or static enemies here.
That was really close.
Wow. Static enemies here are actually more of a threat than the moving ones.
Oh man.
Like that.
That sucks, but oh well.
So we're definitely going to be posting. Ooh. Wow, that would have been epic.
I would have.
I was kind of close though. We will be posting another run of each of these levels. So don't cry if the times aren't optimal.
Well, I don't know if anybody else has ever timed speedruns for this game at all anyway.
Yeah,
so.
It's kind of new. The Flash game community is really small. I mean, for speedrunning anyways. We gotta create hype. We'll be the grandfathers to speedrunning Flash. Because I speedrun like, what, 4 or 5. So you notice that he skipped a couple of coins there. We're actually have to. There's a ton of backtracking in this level. So if you see him skip,
yeah,
wow.
This screen alone, you have to go through 4 times, which isn't even. I mean, it's not that hard, but.
So again, you're going to see him miss coins here. Don't worry, we have to go through a lot of these screens multiple times. So we just do pick up here. What he's doing there is kind of cleaning up the screen so he can see.
Again, you have to go through that screen total 4 times, so if you clear out as much as you can without dying, then that's good. It's a benefit. You get this one try. I get these, and then I reset it again. I use the same pattern at the very beginning of this level to go get the coins and then get down here.
Now the room to the left, I shouldn't even be bringing that up at this point because then Q-Rab starts sweating, is the worst room in the entire game. Would you say it's harder than level 6?
Oh yeah, speaking of which, anybody who has never really played this game, there's a total of 5 levels, but we refer to the last 3 screens as level 6 because they're even more ridiculous than level 5 itself. If you haven't seen a full speedrun, or I mean a full like playthrough of this game, you'll probably know what we're talking about, but it depends because we've played that level so many times that it's 5 dash. Oops, slipped. That's alright though. It's kind of like second nature to us, but I mean, it really just depends. It's all about precision and not screwing up with the slightest of taps. So it's just annoying. I don't know.
It's pretty. It's been pretty optimized though. It's not as random as the room that we were just talking about, our Nemesis room of level 4, because it can be optimized a lot more. But this level, the level 4 room, he's going to go into. Not now. He's going to go into it later in the run.
Yeah, it's near the end of this level. Thank God, honestly, because I hate that one. My least favorite level of the screen of the entire game. Well, level 4 is my least favorite level of the 5, but mostly just because of that room, and one that we're going to come to very soon. But
I'll explain it when we get there because it's just absurd.
Alright, I'm going to try to get this first time. Last time I tried this, it took me like a lot longer than necessary.
Yeah, so if you can get this like in low deaths, you actually
practice earlier. I did this with like 2 deaths, so, and I have done this with no deaths before. This screen specifically.
Yeah, you might have a run here. Now, again, I mentioned before that Q-Rab plays with 2 hands. I play with 1 hand. This is a room that playing 2 hands is a lot more beneficial because the amount of strain that it puts on your hand, and I'm definitely speaking for anybody who plays one-handed, the amount of strain it puts on moving up and down is a lot. And the main reason is when you're playing this game, you'll probably notice, and with a lot of just video games in general, you feel like you have to push the button down harder at some moments, even though you know it doesn't do anything, you just feel like you have to. This room's pretty inconsistent when it comes to running. Not the pattern or anything, but just getting through it. Like Q-Rab said, he's done it in 0 deaths. I've seen him do it in like 5. But his PB actually has, this room itself had like 15 to 20 deaths.
Yeah, I could shave off like 2 minutes on that screen alone. So this, I'm going to describe my strategy for getting through this. I hated this level the first time I tried it. Basically, how I get through inside and out to get the key. I wait for a specific entry point, which is the 4th one upon entering this room. This is number 3 right here, and so 1 after this. If I don't make that, I have another chance to get it on the 6th entry point, but I'll try to get this real quick. All right, nice. All right, now that I'm in here, I have to wait for the third entry point out. If I take the sixth one in, it's the first one out. So that's the first one, and then 2 more. So this is, getting through this with no deaths is really good, even though it's kind of tedious just waiting for the cycle. It's kind of why I don't like it, but all right, I'm gonna try to get this one. Oh wait, I feel like that was the wrong one. Yeah, it's right here. Oh no, no, no! Oh, that's terrible. I must have lost count.
Yeah.
I was talking too much, but... Alright, so that's 1. 2.
That center, this one that's spinning in the center, you have to enter it and exit at an angle.
Yeah, it's very tricky. This is where most of the deaths come. I'm gonna just shut up for this time. It's even harder getting in the 6th entry, too. I'm just going to focus here. Alright, right here. Nice.
Nice.
Got it. I've done that first try as well, which is why I no longer hate that room, because I actually found a strategy for getting through in a reasonable amount of time.
This room's pretty interesting. You're going to see a lot of close calls here, but Kirab knows exactly where those close calls come.
Oops.
So again, this is grid point heavy. There's a lot of
even with practice, when I was practicing this level earlier today, I died countless times here. Mostly, I think it was because my computer was lagging. Maybe I just was like out of practice with this specific screen, but again, I've done this screen specifically with 0 deaths as well. So it just depends, really. Ooh, like that. That was almost too good to be true.
Kill yourself.
Oh
no, I didn't mean it!
No, it's alright, that was my fault.
You're like, oh no, I feel so bad that the game didn't kill me. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I feel like if I was playing on your computer, this screen would be a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Just because of the way the movement is.
It's too fast on my computer. Well, it's not like it speeds it up. Wow. That was just sloppy. By the way, I just insulted Ken there, but he knows that it would take me about 300 deaths just to get past this room. This is my nemesis room. So watching him do this is just ludicrous. He is definitely like 600 times better at this room than I am. Now comes going back up through that hallway.
Yeah, not too hard.
And again, this is another room that Kirab didn't like. But
once I figured out a way to do it, and that's consistent, that I don't die every single time, it made it a little bit easier, so I actually don't mind this room as much.
Now, we both have 2 very different strats for that room. By strats, I mean like our grid points that we use. We haven't really seen which one is faster. By the looks of it so far, from the testing that we've done, it seems that Kirab's grid points are faster, mainly due to the less weighting, because mine has a couple of weighting points on it.
Nice.
That was first try.
That's actually a very difficult room to do. Hopefully I can get this one one try.
Now this happens to be my favorite room of the entire game.
It's basically a copy of the last level of the first game.
Which is pretty funny.
I gotta focus here. I might make it, I might. Got it.
Ooh, nice.
That's really risky. But I got it in first try, so I'm happy. Yeah.
Alright, so the reason he just sighed there is because he knows what's happening next. The next room that we have to go into is the Nemesis room of level 4, and pretty much the entire game. I was running this level countless times, figuring out stuff, and I know Kirab has done a lot of running.
Alright, watch this. Nice.
That's beautiful. Now, I don't want to say I'm better at the screen he's about to do, but I typically do it. Yeah, I do. But I typically do it in less deaths, but it's still difficult as crap. But one thing that Kirab does do better than me is a skip that he's going to be doing at least a couple times. He's not going to try it too many times. But when we were playing this, we were running this game together.
I got it in practice earlier today in like maybe 5 attempts, so I'll probably try it a couple times here as well. Just because it's very...
it's really nice.
Alright.
So here it is.
This is also the only screen in the game I'm going to zoom in because it helps me see.
Yeah, so if you see the screen start spazzing out, don't worry.
Alright, easy.
Alright, so here we go. The skip comes at the above part.
Yeah, I'm going to probably request some serious time here. This might be where a lot of the viewers skip through until I beat this screen. That's no problem.
I can put an annotation.
Yeah, that'd probably actually be helpful for them. The 10 people that watch this video.
A little bit of cornering there.
I feel like some of my inputs aren't going all the way.
Yeah, it's eating some of your inputs. Oh, there was lag right there.
Might be because I'm zoomed in, I'm not sure. Yeah, this is really killing me.
So this is the run killer. If we're doing a full run. There is no strats. Well, there's a couple, but I mean, going through, you just have to grind.
It's just precision and it sucks. Especially when your computer's really laggy like mine. I should be getting the key right now. This is ridiculous. Got it.
Nice.
All right. I don't care that I die there because I'm not going for low death count. I'm just going for speed.
Alright, so here's the insane skip that he's going to do.
If I can get it.
It's frame perfect, practically.
And you have to get it twice in a row, which is why it's... Oh,
ooh.
We're getting closer though. I don't know if Stevie intended for this to happen.
Pretty much any speedrunner can say that. The creators never intend for this kind of stuff.
I'm getting a few more tries. Actually, it's probably easier doing this anyway. Yeah, feel free to click that annotation. And, oh man, I thought I had it that. I honestly did.
Something interesting about this level. You can't...
Got it.
Nice!
Oops, I want to zoom in so I can see the rest of this, but I'm not zooming out all the way.
You can't get overconfident when doing that. Like, when you're, like, right near the end, because that's where I die most of the time, is right near the end. I get like, oh, I'm gonna make it! And then I kind of relax, and then that's when you get hit, and it's kind of horrible. So yeah, there are a few interesting, like, little optimizations. Like, he's gonna attempt this one.
Nice.
Nice.
As long as I make it back, it's worth it. Nice. Alright, zoom in again.
And here comes the hard part.
This part's actually not too hard, it's the bottom.
Yeah.
Then again, I'll die like 15 times over here, watch.
You'll make it. Told
nice.
you. I highly doubt I had anything to do with that. Pit. Does it feel slippery?
A little. You could tell, I think, a little bit there. Alright, this is the hardest part, I think, of the whole game. Besides maybe the yellowing screen. Oh, I don't want to do that. Get back up there. There we go.
Play with your eyes closed.
Alright, I'm going to focus really hard here. Oh, man. I could have got a first try. Shoutouts to Gary Lou for posting a full walkthrough of this game.
Yeah.
Also, that skip that I showed you of cutting the corner, I'm very sure it's impossible to do on this bottom. I tried for about an hour and I didn't successfully do it once.
I don't even think it's possible on a TAS. I mean, that one's already...
How do you even TAS a Flash game like this, though?
You can. You just have to have a program that does it.
I feel like there's a delay when I'm pushing the buttons.
Which is just great for this kind of room.
It's just because it's my computer.
If you played Halo, the original, before, you'll know what I'm talking about. But this is essentially the library. And these little enemies are the Flood. Shoutouts to Goat Rope.
So like I said, anywhere between 18 and 25 minutes, depending on this screen specifically.
Yeah, you can optimize the hell out of this entire level, but this is it. This is the run killer.
The only RNG-based part of this is how much frustration it causes. how much you're willing to sit here and do it.
Yeah, it's really nice that this game...
I'm gonna reset. Just because this is just really crappy.
You mean refresh?
Well, yeah. Refresh the page. Why am I in multiplayer games?
It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. So
There's
again... Go ahead.
There's only one area in the entire game where going back to the main menu screen can actually help. And that's only if you die on the final screen of this level, which I hopefully won't have to do, but it actually does save the time that it takes for the cycle to reset for you to get through. Oh, this probably isn't going to be my best try anyway, so it doesn't matter. But just
go to continue.
The lag is really...
Interesting fact, once you hit the that kind of checkpoint, you can actually just clip through all the balls. You become invincible. Same thing with the any final checkpoint of any level.
I don't know if that made a difference, but I just want to get through this.
This is when I start to notice Kirab's tone change to bubbly to
melancholy.
Like, I'm gonna punch something later. When Stevie designed this, he was high. But we love them. Again, I actually like this room, but I understand Kirab's frustration.
What's the time at, by the way?
You're at 22:12.
I'm already 3 minutes past my PB, which sucks. It's all because of this screen.
Yeah. Your PB run of this was just ludicrous. You went through it really well.
I got through this part right here in like, I don't know, 5 tries.
How's the lag feeling?
I don't notice it as much, but...
Finally.
That sucks, but whatever.
Again, we'll be posting another run of this.
That death count actually isn't too bad.
Yeah, again, you don't understand until you played this game. He's almost done with level 4, and that's his death count. What's interesting is that the run practicing he was doing beforehand...
I had 145 deaths when I got to level 5, which I'm almost going to be there. I'm guessing when I get to level 5 in this run, I'm going to be at like 165. No more coins to get. This is the final time I have to go through this screen, as well as the screen above this. Oh, that was just me getting overzealous.
The hype is real for level 5,
which I'm not going to do tonight. But
now I've never seen him run a full playthrough of level 5. I know he has a couple of interesting strats for which, and I know I've shared a couple of interesting strats. It has not been optimized
or practiced really.
Or practiced. In fact, he doesn't even have a PB for
level 5.
I've
never even timed my run. This is the final screen right here.
It's going to be interesting. So serious time for this.
I mean, not really. It's just a pattern, but you can easily screw up by not paying attention to the pattern.
Now, this is the only room that going back to the main menu is faster than waiting for it.
Yeah, and that's if you die when you get to the checkpoint.
That space in the center is where the ink would be, the gray ink, which is interesting foreshadowing.
Right here. I don't know if going to the menu right here would actually save the time to restart the cycle. I've never really tested that out, but I'm just going to wait for the cycle anyway. And if I die, I'll go back to the menu, but you don't need to go that first time because it opens again.
I'm going to wiggle here.
Yeah, we played this this screen enough where we know the pattern. We don't need to sit and study it.
Wiggle here.
Yeah. And get ready for time. Time.
25, 30, 73.
25. Well, I mean, if I got a good, if I did well on that one screen, it would probably be around 20, so that's not too bad, but I don't know. I don't even know how many people could say they've gotten this far, let alone a timed run, so.
It's pretty decent.
Yeah, what time is it anyway? Speaking of time, it's about 10. You want to do something else?
Yeah, I can run Classroom 3.
Alright, I'll save level 5 for another time.